I think what we could do is I could.
You trying to do an intro?
Yeah. Is I could be like. Hey.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey.
There you go.
This one's for you.
Yeah. Matt Payne in the house here. Probably the most sought after guest.
I don't know if they can see me dancing.
Yeah.
But I'm getting
no,
it.
they should be able to see you. You probably got about 5 more seconds of dancing.
Okay,
There you go.
You guys ready for this? All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, oh my gosh, dude. This was kind of a last minute thing today, but something that we've been wanting to do.
Yes.
For a minute.
For a long time.
Since before the podcast even started, I think you've wanted to do podcast stuff.
Since before I knew you, I wanted to do a podcast.
Yeah. And if you guys don't know, this is Matt Payne, Ron Witherspoon sometimes.
Trademark.
Yeah. LLC.
Don't try to use it.
Yeah. This is going to be one for the books for sure. It's the last time you were out here was summer, and it was hot, I believe.
And very dusty.
Oh, bad. Because it didn't rain forever. It was bad.
Yes. I went home and I had dust everywhere.
Yeah.
I had to take 3 showers.
How long did it take you to clean the camper out?
Long time.
Yeah.
No, I brought it back and Christian's like, what did you do? Where did you go? Yeah. I went to the Mojave Desert.
That's right. Pretty much. We rode around a little bit.
Yep.
And you got to look at some things, and it's a little different, I guess.
It's a lot different.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of work.
Yeah. Just trying to do what we can.
There's a lot of stuff going on out here.
Yeah. It's an undertaking.
Yeah.
But we have a few things I guess we want to touch on. I think the majority of y'all, know who Matt is and stuff. And if y'all don't, just a real quick, brief background. I had no idea who you were before YouTube. Didn't even know whenever I first moved to Oklahoma who you were. I saw you in some other videos. And then it just happened. We found out like, oh, we have a lot in common.
Right.
And we just started hanging out. And then it just just not even on YouTube. We would just hang out, just go do stuff, go to your place, come out to mine. We'd just go out. I
think we were both probably in the same place, the same mindset at the time.
Oh, absolutely.
So it just took off from there.
It did. And then for some of y'all that really know, we did Shoot Dang TV, and those are probably some of the funnest videos I have ever been a part of.
Yeah, where you can just relax and you don't have to be like, oh, you got to do the intro this way or,
just be yourself.
Yeah.
But not really relaxed because we were getting beat up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You had scrapes all down your side.
Dude, my whole back.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I don't know. It was wild. If you guys haven't checked out Shoot Dang TV, I will go back and watch them sometimes, and I'm like, we got to get this going again. Yeah. It was like a freaking TV show. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And then going out to Mid-America and having Grandpa D,
dude,
do interviews with people. That was...
We owned that place.
That video was probably my favorite video I've ever been a part of, ever.
I just watched that one the other day, and you walked up to the photographer, yeah, my grandpa wants to take some photos. They come up, they're like, what in the world? That was funny. Yeah. But we had all the way up to the owner of the place, knew who we were and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And
that was right when that place was kicking off.
Yeah.
And, he wanted us to be a part of it or whatever. And we kind of fell apart after that.
Yeah. I know on
we
my
went different
end.
Directions.
Yeah. On my end, I had a lot going on, and it was hard for me to edit the videos and all that type of stuff. And it just, I don't know. Maybe we'll get it going again. We'll see how our bodies can handle.
Speaking of that.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're looking good, man. Looking good.
Well, I've quit drinking. So there's that.
Yeah. So why? Just you got tired of it?
Well, went a little hard over the summer. We have the boat and the camper and, a bunch of extracurricular stuff that we do.
Yeah.
And so with that and with friends, there was drinking.
Yeah.
And so that,
like nonstop.
yeah. So that, that got more frequent over time and kind of got out of hand.
Yeah.
And I think everybody every now and then needs to take a step back and like kind of reevaluate the situation. And for me, it took some medical things going wrong before I was like, oh crap.
Yeah.
You need to take care of your body.
Because how old are you?
I'm 31.
Yeah. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because you started telling me stuff, but it was like with your back and stuff like that. This was, I don't remember how long ago, but I just remember just being like, because you called me and we just had like a real conversation about stuff. And I was like, whoa. And then I don't really know too much of what's been going on lately, but.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that's kind of what kicked off everything. Before my back problems, I didn't have really any worry in the world. I was just kind of going strong. And so actually it's been about a year and a half ago, I discovered I had degenerative disc disease in L4, L5 and L5S1. And it's severe degenerative disc disease. And I'm like, what?
Dang.
You know, after having an x-ray done, because my back was hurting. And I'm just like, you know, I'm 30 years old, or I was just about to turn 30. Yeah. And I'm like, you know, what? You know, and I kind of got a little depressed at the time because I'm like, this is something that can't be, you know, you hear back problems and it can't be fixed very well. Most of the time it's not successful.
Yeah.
But I know there's situations where people are like, wow, you know, it's really helped. Yeah. But then I've heard that it leads to multiple surgeries. So the doctors are like, you know, you need to go as long as you can. You're young. You're fine. I'm like, no, it hurts. And they're like, no, you're young. You really don't know how good you have it. I'm like, well, I've got nerves shooting down my legs. And
if it gets worse, then dang.
They're like, just try to put it off for as long as possible. So that's what I've been doing. And the drinking didn't help.
Yeah.
You know,
do you think, because you said you kind of got a little depressed, do you think drinking going heavier may have been because of that?
I don't know. I think everything probably tied together.
Yeah.
And then because of the back pain, you know, I would get, you know, a few pain medications here and there to try to help with that. Mm-hmm. But then what I found was that the pain medication actually long-term hurts you.
Dang.
So maybe in the moment you could be like, I hurt.
Kind of numb it a little bit.
And then, you know, take this and you know, you may feel good for today or whatever.
Yeah.
But the long-term effects of that is like, your body's relaxed, right? So you need your muscles to hold up your core. So if you're taking these pain meds and you're relaxed all the time,
weakening your body.
You're weakening everything. And over time, and it's not good for you. So if you could stay active, stay off the pain medicine, you know, quit, you know, covering up the problem and just go out there and get it and, you know, be active, work out. Yeah. You can get through it.
Dang.
And I found that out. it's a learning experience.
Yeah. And that's crazy because, you know, you're young, but you also have kids.
Yeah.
And to know, because that's kind of what we talked about, you know, when you had called at one time, is just like, man, like, you're young and you have kids. Like, what if like your body does just like give out your kids?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that you're losing out on a lot more. Like it'd be different for me. I don't have kids. I don't, you know what I mean? Like it's like, I can't really put myself in that position because I don't have kids. I can only assume.
Yeah.
But like so that'd be heartbreaking.
That's another thing you think about whenever, you know, that's another piece to the puzzle that kind of, I don't know, it's kind of depressing at the time whenever you hear about it. You're like, wow, I have a lot longer than I need to go.
Yeah.
And I need to figure out how to deal with this.
Yeah.
So over the summer, I just masked it and went on and it wasn't very active.
Yeah.
Drank more than I should. And anyway, started having weird things happen to me. So it just kind of started spiraling deeper. And not knowing, you know, I think I'm fine. I'm just going to, there's nothing I can do about this. I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
So I did. And then before I knew it, I started waking up after drinking the night before, and I would wake up with like a tremor.
Oh, dang.
So it wasn't visual.
Yeah.
I would ask Christian, I'd be like, you know, can you see this? She couldn't see it.
Yeah.
But I could feel it.
Yeah.
It was like a nerve feeling. And so I started having these nerve feelings throughout my whole body. Like from head to toe, like an uncomfortable, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Like flight.
Dang.
Like the fight or flight is like, I was ready to get the heck. I don't know where I was going to go, but I was ready to get the heck out of where I was at.
Like when you were shaking and when you would try to stop, it just, it would, dang.
No. So, but it mainly happened when I was sleeping, and then I would wake up to it and it would gradually go away as I woke up. Then it started happening while I was awake.
Oh, man.
So it started getting worse. So I had that, and then I had muscle twitching all over my body.
Dang.
So
and you're 31.
I'm 31.
Golly.
So this is like, and some people say, well, this is in your head, I believe that some things are in your head.
Yeah.
But my focus is over here, and I'm trying to do this, but my body's twitching. So there's something that's happening that it's out of my control.
Yeah.
So I may have a twitch here, I may have a twitch here, in my neck, in my leg, and just kind of all day long, this stuff started to get worse. So I'm like, what do I do? After doctor's appointment. And they're like, you need to go see a psychiatrist.
Oh, geez. What was your thought with that?
I'm like, am I crazy?
Yeah.
Because I would have these tests done and they wouldn't find anything. And I've still got a couple other tests scheduled to see if there's anything there, just to rule it out.
Yeah.
But everything points to me being healthy. All the blood work, everything. You're healthy. You're fine. So, I'm like, am I crazy? And the more I thought about it, I'm like, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
I just need to clear my head.
Yeah.
Let's clean things up a little bit. So I quit taking anything related for pain at all, and I just got outside. Started drinking straight water. I cut out caffeine.
Dang.
And cut out the beer completely. Because I wasn't an alcoholic.
No, you just,
I just, with certain occasions, friends would come over or whatever, I'd drink. I quit doing it. Friends come over, I would not drink, which would be tough.
Yeah.
Because everybody else would have a drink in their hand. It's just relaxing, whatever. But, so it was tough. And I'm going on, it's not been very long, but I'm going on a week with no drinking at all.
Yeah.
Straight water, no caffeine, and eating healthy foods and trying to get good sleep.
And you already feel a lot better.
And I already feel 110%.
Dang.
Like I woke up this morning and I was like, dang, let's go do something.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll decline tomorrow. I don't know, but
I mean, hopefully it'll stay. Yeah. Hopefully it'll stay. I mean, the thing is like for you to take that step and to realize like, okay, I do need to make a change, like that. I mean, that's a lot of stuff that like we've been talking about, like, podcast and the Crockers, stuff like that is like, you have to like, no matter what happened yesterday or no matter what you were doing yesterday or whatever, your mindset, whatever, you have to just finally at some point realize if I just don't make myself change, I'm not gonna change.
Right.
And that's, on my side of it, it's more of like a mental game and stuff like that. And it's like on yours, it's like you had to physically stop poisoning your body,
right.
If you want to call it that, because, alcohol's not, as I'm drinking alcohol, but it's like, man, that takes some soul searching to really
Well, it was
stop.
either that or the doctor's trying to push pills down my throat.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you need an antidepressant.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that. Side effects of that are suicide.
Yeah.
Like that's not good.
Yeah.
It is good to be as healthy as possible.
Yeah.
And, you don't. Yeah. So he did prescribe me an antidepressant / anxiety pill.
You take them at all?
So I didn't want to.
Yeah.
And then I was having like this episode. Of course, I was still occasionally drinking every 3 days or something. I'd have some drinks or whatever. So I never completely cut anything out.
Yeah.
And then I was having one of these episodes, and I'm like, oh, Christian, I'm going to take it. I'm going to start taking this, which they say with that stuff, you have to take it over a couple weeks or whatever, 3-4 weeks before you start actually noticing you're more productive in your everyday life. Mm-hmm. Well, I took one at 5 p.m. by 8 p.m., I had no appetite.
Jeez.
Was like spacey. And I was like super uncomfortable. We went to dinner that night. I was like, I can't eat. And they're like, are you okay? I was like, Christian, am I acting spacey? She's like, yeah, you're fine. I'm like, oh, I don't feel good.
Dang.
And then didn't go to sleep till 3 a.m. I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, what's going on? I don't know.
Yeah.
Could have been in my head. I have no idea. But it happened.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not taking those no more.
Yeah. So you just did it the once?
Yeah. I just took one of them.
Yeah.
And I think it was like a Estalipram or something like that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Dang.
So I took it into my own hands, and I'm just cleaning up everything. That's my only choice.
Yeah.
What other choice do I have?
Yeah.
I mean, go back to the doctor.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm trying to get out of that.
So with all of this going on and stuff, do your kids have any idea? Like, have y'all talked to them? Or?
I'm sure they overhear things.
But y'all haven't, like, set them down and,
No.
like, they haven't seen a change or anything? Like,
I think they've probably seen a change in me.
But I guess in
the last week that I've been more productive with them.
Yeah.
You know? But that's something they don't need to worry about.
Yeah.
You know,
I just didn't know maybe
right.
if y'all had brought it up or.
Right. I feel like they don't even need to know.
Yeah. Because they're at the age where, like, they're still young enough that even if you did talk to them, it may not fully process to like to the extent of what it really is. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was kind of curious about that, and I'm sure some people watching was probably thinking the same thing. You know, knowing you have kids and stuff.
Yeah,
but.
Yeah. I feel like they don't need to worry about it. They just need to worry about being kids. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild, man. So
that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, to switch it to a different note real quick. We can get back to some more, stuff like this, but what'd you do for New Year's and Christmas and stuff?
Had friends over at the house for New Year's.
How was that being sober?
Low key.
Yeah.
It was super low key.
I got that it was the next day, but I got the video. So 2 years ago or whatever, how long it's been, I had that Mike's Harder
lemonade.
And like the joke was always just like, like, I'll go back and drink it. And never did.
I think you had stayed the night at the house or something.
Yeah.
And you left in the fridge.
Yeah.
And you never came and got it.
Yeah.
And every time you were over there, you
never drank it. Yeah. And then I wake up and I'm like, oh, Matt texts me or whatever. And I look and it's like after 2 years, it was finally drank and it was your buddy drinking it. Yeah. I thought that was funny.
He's like, do you have anything in your fridge that you don't want? I'm like, all of it.
Yeah.
Take it all. But he looks in the door. He's like, what's this? I was like, take it. Yeah. I was like, I got to video you though. Yeah. I was like, because this is Jason's from 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's like, well, it's good and aged.
Yeah. That's interesting. So with like, you did like low key and we just stayed here. We didn't do anything or anything either. Yeah. And do you feel like you missed out not drinking?
I mean, until you get far enough away from it, you still like, man, I just want to drink some beer with my friends or whatever, relax.
Yeah.
Like I said, not an alcoholic or anything.
No,
it's just, everybody else is relaxing and having fun and carrying on, but you've got to find out how to do that without it.
Yeah.
When you've went so long doing that with alcohol, then you're like, oh, how do I do this without something forcing me to relax?
Yeah.
So I was able to get there.
Yeah.
I've been chugging waters.
That's crazy. And just straight water. You don't even put nothing in it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. I hate water.
Dude,
I'll put like little
I'm super hydrated.
Yeah, I bet. Probably pissing every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's
like I'm drinking.
I was going to say, you probably pee more now than you did when you drank.
But I'm healthier.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome, man.
I want to say I want to get back to where I can have a few drinks.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
But I need to spread it out.
Yeah.
Because you've got one body. You never know what's going to happen.
No.
You never know, what that's triggering. For me, maybe that was triggering my anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Like there can be, and I don't know nothing about nothing, but what if there's like some like chemical reaction that's going on? You know what I mean? Like, and then the fact that you take it out and now you're feeling better, like who knows?
Right.
But if it comes down to literally fixing your body and for your family and future and stuff like that over just having some fun for the night.
Right.
The fact that you're like, I need to make a switch. Like that says a lot about you. That's, to me, that shows how like mentally strong you are, because I don't think a lot of people could do that.
It's tough.
That's what I'm saying.
Tough.
Like, I think a lot of people that, really like to drink and stuff like that, like they'd be like, screw it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I'll just go down.
I mean, yeah, there's still much more to the puzzle. There's the kids and there's Christian and there's other people. There's my friends and, they count on me and I can't, let them down.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's, you got to do some soul searching.
So
for sure.
With like Christian stuff, how did she handle all this?
She doesn't know. I mean, she's just there for me. She's like, what the heck is going on? I messed up. She's like, I should have picked somebody else. But no, I mean, she's there for me and stuff. A couple ER visits, like, I think there were panic attacks or something. I don't know. I'm like, I went to the ER one time. Like
you're just at the house and then you have to.
Oh, I was laying in bed. It was probably midnight. And I'm like, I'm having a heart attack.
Shoot.
Left chest pain.
Dang.
Going into my arm. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It's feeling really weird. Go in there. They did an EKG. Fine.
Nothing.
Blood work. Fine. Everything's fine. They're like, you need to calm down.
Were you drinking or anything before that?
I don't think so.
Dang.
Of course, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember much when I'm drinking. See, that's
True.
another thing.
Yeah.
You lose a lot of your memory from, I don't know, just alters your body. But when you're sober, you completely feel everything. So, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I went my first 30 years without drinking. And then when I started drinking, it was like...
I can't believe that either.
Yeah.
You made it through all the peer pressure.
Everything, man. And I started working with like famous bands and I was touring and I was sober.
I can't believe that.
And then when I hit 30, I was like, I'm just going to try it and see. And I mean, there's definitely been times where I drank too much. Everyone that drinks gets there and stuff like that. But I feel like the fact that I went for so long that I learned, like, I know how to have fun without it. I know how to I know how it is to be at a party and you're the only sober person. You look around and you're like, this is weird. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like just stuff like that. So it would be strange to like flip it in the later years where it's like you've been drinking, but now you're not going to drink.
Yeah, I can't imagine that because I started drinking probably when I was younger.
Yeah.
Than I should have been.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. So other than physical stuff, we've been kind of talking about stuff, and again, like we're trying to be more positive. We're trying to do stuff like that.
I think it's funny how we started off with a and then we're like, hey, there's something depressing I have to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's life, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, we're getting older.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't want to talk about that, but if I can help somebody else.
Absolutely.
From what I went through, please let me do it.
Yeah.
Because what I was going through, it may have been some form of depression or whatever, but I guarantee you the little bit of pain pills I was taking to handle my back pain and then drinking, not together or anything, but everything I was doing, eating unhealthy, really unhealthy, all those things were playing into the way I felt.
Yeah.
So.
And there's got to be, there's probably a lot of people that watch this that are going through the same thing, or maybe not the exact thing, but like they're having to take like antidepressants or what, just different things to where maybe, they feel like they can't beat it.
Right.
But hearing this, you know what I mean? Like it can help.
And I know some people can't get outside or whatever. They may live in an apartment or, in big city or something, but
you can go to a park, you can do something.
If you can get outside.
Yeah.
And turn everything off and go to work. Put your head down and do something. Like the other day, I was kind of like up and down and like, oh, I don't want to do anything. Oh, I feel good. And then it was like my head was playing games with me or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, just keep your head down, keep working. So I was taking all my Christmas lights down at the house and I just kept going.
Yeah.
And I put the kids' basketball to go together and just keep firing.
Keep that mind busy.
And then that night, I felt wonderful because I'd burned off everything, all the emotion that was running through my mind, I burned it off.
Yeah.
So it can happen. It's just, but when you're in a dark spot, you don't think there's any way out.
Yeah.
You know? So it may have been a form of depression or something, but.
Yeah. And it's easy to stay in.
Yeah.
You know? So I was going to say, if it were me, I'd go running, but you probably can't run with your back.
Doctors say that you should.
Oh.
You should walk, you should run, do whatever, make sure you got good shoes or whatever.
Yeah.
But, don't run on uneven ground. We're going to step in potholes and stuff, and my back, and then fall down and then die or something. But, they say to be active, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
And that's the answer to everything.
Yeah. I guess it's active. Stretching. You're just keeping your body going. And that's what I actually said that the other day. Because people get upset with us with our dogs. They're old, like Sawyer. He's 15, 16 years old, and his hips and stuff. And they got mad because he walked all the way to the back, and then on the way back, we just drove the side by side slow. And they're like, "You should have picked him up," and this and that. I'm like, "No, I want him to walk. I want him to keep moving because it's when you don't, everything just starts to die."
Yep.
And it's stuff like that. This is proof.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And we're not I'm creeping up on 40. I'll be 38. Yeah, I'm.
What is that? What?
That's pretty good.
There you go.
But I was I bought a yoga mat. That way I can just do stuff in the camper, just stretching and push up stuff. And I bought a little resistance band because just being in a camper, I can come over here and do stuff. But I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Danielle came out and we were instead of riding the side, we're just gonna walk, and we're gonna walk to feed the animals. We're gonna walk back, just little stuff like that, and you feel so much better.
Oh yeah,
so much better.
You just got to get out.
Yeah,
that's the hardest part.
Yeah,
is getting outside and doing something.
Yeah,
I guess you could do it inside, but for me, it's outside.
Yeah. Well, then also if you're outside, just what is it, vitamin D or whatever from the sun and stuff like that. You're, and then even I'm a big believer. Also it's like you're outside, you're getting that dust in your nose. You're building your immune system. You know what I mean? And if you stay safe in an apartment or something, you're hurting yourself. I think,
Yep.
But
that's exactly right.
And so with all that stuff happening, and did it affect your work at all? Was it hard to go to work? Was it hard to stay focused on your job?
Yeah, I would say I showed up late a little bit more than I should have.
Yeah,
but it seems like, and this is still all really fresh, but it seems like it's so much easier now.
Yeah.
Not having drank the night before or stayed up late or whatever,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's getting better.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good news.
So you probably feel like you're going to stay on this path as long as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got scary there for a little bit. So I just need to be healthy.
Yeah.
At all costs right now.
Yeah.
And then get past whatever was happening with me, the nerve feeling, the tremors.
Yeah.
Got to get past it.
Have you looked into anything? And I don't even know if this would help or not, but how people do an all meat diet or something like that? I wonder if any of that would help or.
I don't know. I've heard contradicting things about, meat.
Stuff like that.
A good friend of mine, Dakota Green, he's all plant-based.
Oh, really?
Dude's, pretty well built and works out all the time. He doesn't eat meat.
Dang.
And, it sets in your gut and, it doesn't digest as well as plants. And you can get all the same vitamins with plants. Yeah. So, I'm still going to eat meat.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just eat healthier.
Yeah.
Healthier choices, not, pick fresh fruit over a bag of chips.
Yeah.
Or something, get your sugar somewhere else.
Dude, that's the hard thing for me, man.
Yeah.
My kryptonite is sugar, and I'll do really well. And Danielle's always telling me, you can't just quit cold turkey because that's my problem. I'll be like, I'm not doing it. I'll eat healthy for 3 days, and I'm just craving. And I'm like, I got to get it. And I have to just go get a soda or a candy bar. And then once I do it once, I'm done. And then it's just more and more and more. And that's my goal this year, is to really dial in my health. And I'm not trying to go out and be ripped. I'm not trying to do anything. I just want to be healthy. So when I wake up in the morning, I feel good. And I think my big thing is I need to start drinking water.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing for me.
That's what your body's made of.
Yeah. And I don't drink water ever. I drink sodas.
You're dying.
Yeah, no, I know. Like, it's like, I told Danielle, maybe it was this morning, I was like, man, I just don't feel good. I was like, I need to drink like coffee. She's like, you're probably dehydrated. And she's like, when's the last time you drank water? I'm like, I don't know, the last time you made me drink water. I just don't drink water. Like, if I drink water, it's because I'm making coffee and there's water making the coffee. And like, I just don't drink straight water.
Jeez. And for me, like chugging waters, it's like looking at that, I'm like, how are you still alive?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I've been like that years, forever. So I'm sure if I just switched to just drinking water, I'd probably feel a million times better. It's just more of like, I don't know. I like the sweet. I like, So I bought those packets you could put in water and stuff like that. And that's my big goal this year, is to really get on that good side, because I want to be like physically healthy, but then also mentally. And it's like, we didn't really talk too much on it, but a little bit. But it's like, again, everything I'm doing, I'm trying to be more positive. I'm trying to look at things differently. Like,
which in today's world is very difficult.
And
because everywhere you turn, there's temptation.
There's
stuff leading you down the wrong path.
Oh yeah, and then just my life on the internet. There's gonna be 3 million people telling me that I'm an idiot and I've done it wrong, and I'm like, my first thought is, it'll eat me alive.
Yeah, but then where does it end? You try to prove yourself right to this person or this person, then where does it end?
And it's for nothing. Mm-hmm. It's for people that aren't gonna like you anyways.
Yeah.
So why let it bother you? And then it's one of those things too. For like me, I'll focus like I hyper focus on things, and so I'll be like, all right, I got to build today. I'm working on this project. I'll see a bad comment, then I'll just sit there and I'll just think what I can say to them. And I'm like, they're winning. Yeah. They're literally taking me away from what I want. I don't want that. Like, I want this year to be the biggest year I've done anything. I want to just dominate as much as I can, and I can't do that if I'm letting stupid people bring me down.
Yeah, that's where it starts.
Yeah.
If you can stop it before it gets too far, just get in your head, okay, I gotta go do something else. And that's what I've done with, like, eating late at night or whatever. Shoot, last night I was like, I want some ice cream. I really want some. I was sitting there watching Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Really want some ice cream. And then I just did something else. I can't even remember what I did. But I did something else and just took my mind off of it.
Yeah.
Came back, sat down, recalibrated.
Yeah.
And that's what it takes. And it's freaking tough.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because, like, we're getting older, stuff like that. And my buddy Brandon, like, he came up and I just was just like, hey, like, I'm at Walmart and buy some food, some drinks, what beer do you drink or whatever. And like, he's really cut out a lot of drinking and stuff as well. And he was just like, yeah, like this and that. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. It was like some health stuff. And I'm like, I live in a small town, like, guarantee you there's nothing like that. And I just like joked about it, but like, it really puts it into perspective. Like, and this is what makes me feel good. This makes me feel good because I want to, and I've said this, like, I want to surround myself with like-minded people. And yeah, when me and you first started hanging out, we'd like,
we were rough.
We'd go to the bar, we'd go do whatever. Like, there was a time I threw up in the toilet and the shower at a hotel. Yeah. And the whole, like, I remember you going in the bathroom and be like, what happened in here?
That was horrible.
Yeah. Like, I literally died and like threw up the death.
But thinking about that now, it's like, God, you idiots.
Yeah. I mean, literally, and just stuff like that. So, like, the fact that...
I'm not saying I'm not going to do it again. I'm just...
yeah. That's tomorrow, but yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But it's like, to know that, okay, because there's some people like that will never change, and they'll never want to do better. They'll never, and if that's what people want, that's what they want. But at the end of the day, that's not what I want. I want to get healthier, and yes, I do drink, and yes, sometimes it does go too far, but I want to dial it in. I want to dial in the food. I want to dial in, more than anything, the mental side of it. And you are the company you keep. And
that's what I was just about to say, is you have to be around like-minded people.
Yeah.
Not saying anything bad about my friends, but the ones that are still drinking, a couple of my friends have stopped drinking.
Yeah.
And, not saying anything bad about them, but when I'm with them and they're drinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and
it brings that out.
I'm like, give me one. You know? So you got to be around people that are on the same page.
Yeah.
Like if I'm sitting here not drinking, having a good time, you're going to be like, I don't really need that.
Yeah. I mean, really, like, truly.
I mean,
Yeah.
But I mean, or whatever, it doesn't matter. But you have to be around like-minded people.
Yeah, and I'm a big believer in that, and I think that's kind of why like me and you became friends in the first place and stuff. Like, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we had in common, just like our mindsets at the time, like stuff that we would do, stuff we wouldn't put up with. Like, I mean, we both at that time too were like,
we're full of piss and vinegar.
Yeah,
at the beginning.
Yeah, and so stuff like that, and it's just like it's cool to see like, and we're not doing this like together, but it's cool to see we both kind of taken that path in different ways, and we didn't even tell each other, but it went there, and it's like like-minded people, you know what I mean? And that you, again, you're who you hang out with.
Right.
And it's because Danielle and I would talk about this. It's like, there's people out there that's like, hey, you're fun to drink with, but that's about it. Hey, you're fun to do this with, but that's about it.
Yeah.
But then you have to have your people that, are like-minded with most everything. It doesn't have to be everything, but most everything. And then that's how you like literally dominate. Mm-hmm. Literally, you stay positive, you stay in the good mindset, and
it helps to have a team.
You can dominate.
Yeah.
Like just dominate. So I need you back on YouTube.
Yeah. I might. So I need to get myself under control
there
first.
There you go. I was going to say
that's
probably one of the biggest questions is, why aren't you on YouTube no more? Or do you plan on coming back? Do you even care about YouTube when it comes to that?
That's kind of part of everything going off the rails. Like that's kind of where it started. I mean, I don't know. When I was doing YouTube, it was, you have to do this a certain way. You can't cuss. You can't do this. And at that point, I was like a dog on the end of the chain. I was like, I want to do something crazy. Uh-huh. And so I kind of broke out of that, and I didn't want to have to edit every night. And I'm like, you know what? You got one life. I'm going to go live it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to edit. I'm not going to film nothing. And I was kind of like, just like I didn't care, about anything. So it took me kind of going off the rails for a while to circle back around, clean up my act.
Yeah. And
then I think I can go back into it.
Yeah.
Once my mind's clear and, take a different approach.
Yeah.
And it'll be 100% me.
Yeah. And that's what I've talked to you about it and stuff. And it's like, cause that's where I was at. Like I was trying to please people. I was trying to like
I kept buying animals because people wanted animal content, but I don't want those animals.
Yeah.
Like that's not me.
Yeah.
So I ended up selling everything.
Yeah.
I don't have any animals anymore.
I have turkeys. I was going to say, turkey.
Yeah. For some reason, the turkeys always stick with me.
Yeah.
Just because I like hunting them and stuff like that. Yeah. But, I mean, I sold everything else.
Yeah.
Clean slate. And we went to the lake and, but we did it too much.
Yeah.
So I'm circling back around, and we'll take a different approach. And I can probably get back into it maybe this year. I'll probably try to make that a goal.
All right. Hey, I'm down.
As long as I can keep the home life straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I'm good.
Yeah. On that, I mean, we won't go into like detail or anything, but it is kind of funny whenever, like you just said, like, I just would buy animals because that's what people want to see. I want isn't that weird with YouTube? It becomes like, and I say it all the time, like, especially once you start making money and stuff, it becomes a business. You start to try to figure out how do you make this bigger, better. And it will get to the point where YouTubers will do things strictly for a view. Mm-hmm. But then you're only doing it for a view. And then you get stuck in this life of what am I doing?
And then you accumulate the viewers that only want to see that. And then it gets stronger and stronger. And then you're like, okay, well, this is all I can do.
Yeah. And then you're like, well, this isn't really who I am. I want to be me. And they're like, no. Post animal videos, or that's like me with the tiny house. Post tiny house videos. And it kind of
stinks too whenever your revenue depends on it. I mean,
it's a business.
It is.
Yeah, and you get stuck in a box that you put yourself in, but you do it because of views and stuff like that, and then you almost feel obligated to give those people what they want. But then it makes it miserable on you, and that's kind of where I got over the last year and stuff was. I'm just going to, I figured out, I'm just going to be me. And if the views aren't there, oh well. If the money's not there, oh well. Like, I will still do what I need to do to make sure I'm good. But at the same time, I'm not going to be miserable.
And it's worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worked out for you.
Yeah, and it really has, the channel's still growing. It's still doing fine. Like it's,
so
like,
you can relax. You don't have to do what they say.
Yeah. And that's a good feeling. And I feel because of that, I can be in a better mindset and I can not have to worry about haters leaving a comment or whatever. And now, I mean, Danielle and I would just like joke about it. Like if we'll be like, I wonder what so-and-so is going to say. And then we'll see them be like, yep, we were right.
Yeah.
We don't comment back to them. We laugh about it and just move on.
Yeah.
You put a positive spin on it. And, I don't know. It's very interesting. Like the path that it's taken. I don't know. It's strange.
It's strange where this podcast went.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know what we were going to talk about.
No.
And then it got super depressing, super quick.
But it's life. And again, it could help somebody.
Yeah,
and,
I hope it does.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
I mean, if there's anybody, that watches this and, message me on Facebook on the Payne family, I'll see that.
Yeah.
Or, Matt Payne on Facebook or in the Crocker family or something.
Yeah.
Say something.
Yeah.
And, I could maybe help somebody from my experience with it because it was super weird.
Yeah.
I never went through anything. I'm 31. I shouldn't be going through something like that, but it was weird.
Yeah.
Like just this weird stuff when a doctor's like, you need to see a psychiatrist. You start setting back and you're like,
yeah, that'd be a hard one.
Okay, I need to recalibrate everything.
Yeah.
Like this is going too far.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I can help somebody, reach out.
Yeah.
I would love to help because
Yeah.
if I can skip all those steps for somebody else,
Oh, yeah.
be a life changer.
Yeah. And that's what's crazy too, is like even maybe someone that isn't even in that position yet, but maybe they drink all the time, or maybe they're starting to see little signs. They'd be like, oh, I see what happened here with this.
But what the crazy thing is you don't even see it happening.
Yeah, I guess.
Until you're in the hole.
Yeah.
And you can't figure out a way to get out.
Dang. Yeah.
That's where I was at. It's crazy. It's like I've had a completely different mindset in a week.
Dang. Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I've been chugging waters, cleaning my system out.
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking about things clearer and everything. So yeah, super weird.
Have you had any people in your life, clearly you don't say names or anything, but has anyone been like, man, you're stupid. Like you've done this for a week, like whatever, like kind of like talk down, or most people are real supportive of it?
Most people are positive.
Yeah.
But whenever I was in the hole and I would talk about my problems a lot because, I was kind of scaring the crap out of me.
Yeah.
People would get annoyed. Really? I'm like, this is happening and this is happening. Like, Matt, another medical problem, because I was getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Shoot, I still don't know if this stuff was in my head or not.
Yeah.
But it was happening. People were getting tired of listening to me go, this is wrong with me or this is wrong with me. So, but now it's a lot more clear.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't need to talk about that anymore.
Yeah.
I need to, I'm talking about it right now, to help somebody. But, in everyday life, let's go live life. Let's go do something.
Yeah.
And get my head clear. And that's the medicine I need. I don't need an antidepressant. I don't need, I just need the Lord to watch over me.
Yeah.
And good old bottle of water. And I'm good to go.
Yeah, pretty simple recipe.
Yep.
With all that going on and everything and just all that stuff in your life, did you hunt and stuff this year or a little less?
Hunted a little bit. I got Luke out there for his first time. We set up a blind.
Yeah.
And of course, we had deer coming in and everything. But when we set up the blind and we got ready, we couldn't get anything to come in.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll shoot anything. And nothing came in.
Dang.
So I was like, oh my gosh, of course it would happen like this.
Yeah.
I wanted to get him his first deer,
Yeah.
So we didn't get it done, but he got to experience being in the blind for a couple hours at a time, and he passed out several times. But, it was fun.
Yeah.
Got him out there and broke him into it. So
I think that's a good learning lesson, though. Like, you don't win every time.
Right.
You know what I mean? It kind of just showed him you got to be patient.
Right. If you would have went out there and shot on the first day, he would have expected that next time.
Yeah, and then maybe he'd be upset next time when it didn't happen. So that's a good learning lesson, know. And how old is he again?
8.
8, yeah. Like, that's a good age to really start, getting into that. Now, how do you think he would have handled it if he would have shot a deer?
Oh, I think he would have been ecstatic.
Yeah, you don't think he'd been like, oh, I just killed something?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think he would have been ecstatic.
Yeah.
I've instilled it into him, the hunter mentality,
Yeah.
hunter mindset. You're grateful whenever you're not just killing to be killing.
Yeah.
You're grateful for, and I've told him that. I'm like, we're doing this for food.
Yeah.
You're going to put food on the table for your mom and your sister, and, this is what we're going to eat.
Yeah.
And then if they happen to have a rack on their head, that's a plus,
Yeah.
So we're not, so for him, breaking him into it, we're not trophy hunting. I'm just trying to get him, whatever, but then teach him the values of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think he would have handled it good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. And it's like out here with like all our farm animals and stuff, people are like, yard, just you, and it's like, you don't understand. Like, we're not going to just kill the animals just for fun. We're doing like, we do
for food.
Yeah. And we appreciate the life they have. We know where it came. It's like shooting a deer.
And you want it to be ethical.
Yeah.
You don't want anything to suffer.
No.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah. No.
When we do it, we want to do it quick, efficiently. And, I don't like seeing things suffer.
Yeah, and it's good whether you raise the animal or you shot a deer. It's not pumped full of chemicals. It's you know what I mean. Like
all natural.
You know where your food's coming from, and that ties into being healthier and stuff like that. And I'm sure all the processed foods and crap food and all that, it's taking a toll on everybody because it's just you're just putting all these like screwed up chemicals in your body. I don't even know what's in the food. I just trust that it's at the store, and I have no idea. And so
that could be killing us now. You don't know.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, we don't know.
Causing cancer and all sorts of stuff. Like, we literally have no idea.
Yeah, that stuff's increasing daily.
Yeah. And so, like, one of our big goals, too, this year is to have a garden, because last year we didn't really have anything. And we want to have a garden, nothing too big, but that, and then to be able to butcher some of our animals and, maybe, this coming year or whatever, hunt and stuff like that. We just had too much going on. But
you're gonna need some deep freezes.
Yeah, so we got one in town,
some
but
electricity.
Now I was gonna say now we're getting power out here. We will be able to, and I don't know. We've been on for about 48 minutes.
Ooh, that's a long time.
Do you want to do another one?
I mean,
or just keep going a little bit longer on this one?
What do the people think?
Yeah.
That was a long one.
They want us to, I guess.
They want us to keep going. No, I don't know. It's up to you.
I was just gonna say, because either, I mean,
I have something else, I could talk about. So I mean, maybe we could title this one "Devastating."
Yeah,
News.
things get serious, but then we'll be more lively in the next one.
Yeah,
you want to do that?
Like death to Matt Payne on this one, and then the next one could be like, "Hey, this was cool."
Yeah, so the thumbnail will just be like that. Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
All right, we'll call this one, and we'll do another one. Not what I expected, but I'm glad we went there.
Yeah, it's out of the way.
Yeah,
I don't ever want to talk about it again.
Yeah, except now it's on the internet. All right, cool. Well, we'll leave it at that for this one. I am glad that we did this and we were able to talk about that and put it out there and stuff to people. And I guarantee you this helps someone. So if this helped anybody, please comment and put it in there. It just lets us know that being vulnerable and putting ourselves out there, it's worth it.
Oh yeah.
So
feel safe to reach out to me if you've had any of those things go on with you, or maybe if you could help me.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Maybe they've been through it,
Holler at me. I'm open for it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always room for improvement.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, cool. Well, we'll call this one, and then we'll
appreciate it.
Yeah,
if I don't see you next time, peace out.
Peace out.